You're listening to BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. Today's theme, AI is getting more hands-on, your iPad is getting more chip, and your photos are getting a consent checkbox.
Finally, the future I was promised. An AI that does my work, a tablet that's faster at doing tablet things, and a toggle that says, please don't let the robot redecorate my face.
It's 2026, March 9th, and we've got 3 tech stories. 1. Microsoft adding Anthropic tech into Copilot to push autonomous agents. 2. iPad Air M4 reviews land. Bigger than a spec sheet, smaller than a revolution. 3. X adds a setting to block Grok from modifying your uploaded photos.
So today we're reviewing robots with admin access, a slab with a new brain, and a platform saying, we swear we won't touch your pictures unless you forgot to flip the switch.
Story 1. Reuters-style summary. Microsoft is adding Anthropic's AI technology to Copilot, aiming at growing demand for autonomous agents, systems that can plan and execute multi-step tasks, not just answer questions.
When you say agent, do you mean like James Bond? Or like the person who keeps emailing me, just circling back? Because I want the Bond one.
More like a very fast intern with infinite confidence. Imagine your phone is a remote control. A chatbot is the search button. An agent is the macro button that can open apps, copy data, schedule meetings, file tickets, and follow up based on a goal you give it.
An intern with admin rights. Cool. What could possibly go wrong? Besides everything I've ever seen in IT training videos.
The risk profile changes. If an agent can act, then the main questions become, what permissions does it have, what data can it see, and how do you audit what it did? A wrong answer is annoying. A wrong action can send the wrong email, change the wrong setting, or move the wrong file.
So instead of hallucinating a fact, it hallucinates a calendar invite to my ex. That's not a bug. That's a life event.
Exactly. The upside is real, though. For normal people, less busy work. Summaries, meeting prep, follow-ups. For developers and IT, more automation, but also more governance. The winning implementation will feel boring. Least privilege access, clear confirmations for high-impact steps, and a visible action history.
So the dream is it handles the boring parts. The nightmare is it handles the boring parts creatively. What's the one practical thing listeners do today?
If your workplace rolls out agent features, don't start with run my whole inbox. Start with a sandboxed task, like drafting a weekly status from a single folder, and check whether there's an audit trail you can export. If you can't answer, what did it touch? It's not ready for broad permissions.
Okay, from AI interns to iPads. The iPad Air M4 reviews are basically saying, it's faster, which is also what my relatives say when they buy a new router.
Multiple reviews frame it as a chip bump, maybe the chip bumpiest iPad Air yet. The headline changes are the M4 processor, plus connectivity updates reviewers mention, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, Thread support, and an updated cellular modem in the mix.
It downloads cat videos faster, connects to more smart home stuff, and still makes me type emails on glass like I'm paying for my sins.
Here's the simple version. The M4 is like swapping the engine in the same car. If you do heavy work, video editing, big photo catalogs, on-device AI features as they expand, extra performance buys you time and smoother multitasking. If you mainly browse, read, and watch, the bottleneck is usually you, not the chip.
Wow, I'm the bottleneck. Put that on a motivational poster. But the connectivity list, Wi-Fi 7, Thread, who actually benefits?
Wi-Fi 7 helps if your home or office network supports it. Higher throughput, better performance in crowded environments. Thread is a smart home networking standard. It matters if you're building out Matter-compatible devices and want more reliable mesh behavior. Bluetooth 6 is more incremental, but it signals Apple keeping the Air modern for years.
So your upgrade advice is, if you're doing real work or building a smart home, consider it. If you're just doom scrolling, keep your current iPad and buy a nice snack.
That's the framework. Also, read the reviews for one thing. Battery and thermals under your workload. A faster chip that throttles or drains faster isn't a win, it's a benchmark trophy.
All right, story 3. X says you can block Grok from editing your photos, which is both reassuring and terrifying because it implies Grok was previously like, nice picture, I made it weirder.
The report is about a new toggle in X's iOS image upload settings. Enable it to block modifications by Grok. The technical point isn't that the AI can edit images. That's common now. It's that platforms are negotiating consent and defaults in public, one switch at a time.
So the real question is it opt-in or opt-out hidden behind 3 menus in a SI? Because I know how apps do.
And that's why it matters for normal users. Image uploads can contain faces, locations, kids, documents, stuff you didn't mean to be editable content. Actionable move? Open your settings and look for AI media features, editing, training, enhancement, and decide your comfort level before the next update decides for you.
Also, if there's a toggle for Don't Modify My Photo, I want a second toggle for Don't Modify My Words, because I've seen autocorrect, and it's an agent with a grudge.
Quick recap. Copilot Plus Anthropic points to more agentic AI. Powerful but permissioned actions need guardrails and audit logs. iPad Air M4 is a meaningful upgrade if you'll use the performance and next-gen connectivity. And X's Grok toggle is a reminder. AI features are creeping into defaults, so check your settings.
Subscribe if you like your tech news accurate, fast, and only mildly judgmental. And comment, what's one task you'd actually trust an AI agent to do? Booking travel, cleaning email, writing code, or negotiating with your printer.
And if you're testing agents at work, do it responsibly. Start small, restrict permissions, and insist on an action log. We'll be back tomorrow with more. This is BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation.
Until then, remember, if your AI says it handled it, that's not a status update. That's a mystery novel.